Hello all, I got Green City from Other Half. This is, I guess, their flagship IPA. It's pretty regularly available, but I often don't see it very fresh. And this one is just a little bit over a month old. Looks like it says October 20th on there. And what's weird is that on the can, and it's a new printed can, it says Other Half Brooklyn. But on the bottom it says DC. I know they have a brewery in DC. Does that mean this was made in DC? And I've had this before, not a long time. It's 7% alcohol. It uses Simcoe, Citra, and Centennial. They say double dry hopped on the can. A lot of breweries, they have like a regular version and a double dry hop version of IPAs, but it seems like all of Other Halves are just the standard is double dry hopped, but then sometimes there are several different entries on Untapped in places. That makes it confusing, but it seems like Green City is DDH Green City or something like that. So here we go. Quite hazy and cool combo of hops. Nothing wild, just Simcoe, Citra, Centennial. Very hazy. Yeah, looks hazier than I remember it being last time. And pretty nice looking head. There we go. But I definitely enjoy some old school hops mixed in with the new school super sweet tropical hops in my hazy IPAs because they're often just too sweet. This smells good. Maybe you heard my cat meow really loud. Doesn't like the door closed. But it's definitely got the Citra, juicy fruit, mango, vanilla-y, like smoothie type thing going on. Simcoe has some spicy, peachy stuff. The Centennial kind of seems muted. It's listed last year. It says Simcoe Citra Centennial. Maybe Centennial, they use this like a tiny bit of it. And they say this is loaded with oats for a creamy body. That's not too sweet. A lot of times I find that oats, it seems like that messes with the head, but the head's really nice on this beer. This looks fantastic. This looks like how you want a hazy IPA to be. It's not super duper pale, but it's not dark. It's very hazy. A little bit of the orange grapefruit in there too. It smells nice and juicy, just a little tropical. Yeah, that's quite nice. It's not quite as full bodied as I thought it would be. It seems like it's a little bit bubbly. Maybe the carb is a little high, but actually the bubbles are popping pretty slowly. Yeah, it's got a pretty big body, I'd say. And after 2 sips, no real throat burn. There's this like minerally thing in there though. It seems like I can really taste the water profile, the added salty things that aren't salt exactly, but like calcium chloride, calcium sulfate. A lot of people almost all brewers add that to their beer, except for some who use like well water, and they're like, it's like using our regular well water. But almost all breweries, they add stuff to get the pH levels right and everything and get the good mouthfeel. In general, you get a lower pH in the hazy IPAs and use more calcium chloride to make the feel softer, but I feel like that does lend this kind of minerally salty-ish type thing. I can't smell it, but I feel like I taste it, especially in the finish. Yeah, that's the only thing I'm not a big fan of. I think it almost kind of distracts from the big fruity flavors of it. Yeah, the finish, it's like, tastes like salt or fake salt or something. I've never Never used fake salt, but I imagine it has just sort of like minerally thing. And I do like some mineral quality to it, but this might just be a little bit much. Yeah, it smells a little better than the taste, I'd say. Yeah, they say peach rings, grapefruit, mango, tropical candies. But very, very juicy, not bitter grapefruit. It's more orange, I'd say. Orange mango. The peach isn't that strong, but it's in there a little bit. And a hint of spiciness, but not much. And the Centennial, I guess, lends a slight danky, mentholy pine thing. Not much, though. It's mostly the Simcoe and Citra. Pretty decent lacing. And yeah, maybe it's not too salty. Maybe I'll get kind of used to it. But it's very good beer. I'm glad I found it at a shop that sells it for a reasonable price. Most other house these days are $20 or more. And that I found it fresh. Yeah, if you see these printed cans, then you know they're probably fresh and in good shape. At least if you see this video in the next couple weeks. But yeah, I thought this one was going to be more bitter and West Coasty. Maybe they've changed it over the years a bit, but it's great. It gives you everything you want from a juicy IPA. Maybe it's not so. It's got some bitterness and it's got some dankness, but there's no throat burn or chalkiness. Has just a little bit of lip smacking finish. Yeah, it's not that bitter. Quite good. This is like a 4.4 maybe. It's bright, vibrant. Mouth feels nice. Yeah, just the finish a little bit salty, and it's a little bit of like a lip smacking brisk thing that kind of, I don't know if that has to do with the saltiness too and the finish. That does help to like dry it out. But it's good. Very happy to have it.